Everyone, I want to thank you for joining me for another stream. I know, again, as is tradition with me, it's kind of an impromptu stream. Nothing was advertised with a whole lot of notice. Unfortunately, today something really terrible happened to all of us in the MCU community and just nerd community in general. We lost someone very special to us in Chadwick Boseman, and he was taken way too soon. 43 years old. Unbelievable. He was fighting a 4-year-long battle with colon cancer, according to sources, and I can't believe it. Like the rest of us, it was a shock like that back in the day when I remember back when Paul Walker died, when Heath Ledger died. These were people that I grew up watching. I apologize in advance if I don't flow with my speech as fast anymore, or as smooth. I'm taking it pretty hard just because these celebrities, even though I didn't personally meet them or have any kind of relationship with them outside of being a fan, I feel like I knew them and I feel like I was part of their family, and they touched me and they reached my household and became household names, became, role models, and I can't believe it, As most of you know who follow my channel and follow our community, with Holden, Matt, and the rest of us, Holden and I can speak for our, of Christian faith, and we know that we're taught that, there's a better place and in heaven and everything, but when this stuff happens, it's really hard to sometimes remember those things, and we just feel like we were cheated. And that's, if I'm being completely honest, that's how I feel right now. I feel like he was taken from us. MCU aside, I mean, the guy did other things, in film and in art, and I can't believe it. I know I can talk about it all day, and you guys have been commenting already. My wife's taking care of the boys. She's actually taking it pretty hard too, so I didn't want to ask her to read the comments, so I'm going to try and read them as they pop up on the screen here in the stream. Thank you guys for joining. I know it's a last minute thing, and PS4 kind of makes me have to have a game in the background, so even though Spider-Man will be playing in the background, it's not going to be a Spider-Man stream. I'd like to dedicate this stream to Chadwick and to remember him and talk about him and just keep him going, in this hard day. And I want to thank you guys for joining me. So I'm going to go ahead and read some of these comments. Unfortunately, I cannot scroll up and read the ones in the past because of me talking and stuff. So I apologize on that front. But thank you guys all for joining. We have Brian is not in there saying he's watching the MCU films in Black Panther to get to Black Panther as soon as he can. Oasis at Holden Harmon. Fan forget. Homework fam, we need time off of it to mourn. Yeah, I agree. I'm not sure what we're going to do this weekend. I'm sure we'll come up with something. But yeah, it's rough. It's really rough. Savage Gamer 71, the next time we watch Black Panther, you'll be crying. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. It's my favorite MCU movie, so I had to do something. I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. I know that it wasn't, it doesn't make it better, but it wasn't like a freak accident or something that just boom happened and he was none the wiser. Apparently, I don't know, obviously, what it's like to have that long life battle with something like cancer, thank God, but unfortunately he had that, and it's not something that's easy on the family. I mean, my heart goes out to his family, his close friends and everything. It's crazy. 1 minute you're here, 1 minute you're not, Daniel Musgrove, sorry, your comment went away really fast. But yeah, wouldn't worry over him. Respect him. Yeah, I'm reading these as fast as I can. Savage Gamer's asking if Holden's heard the news. I'm sure that he's heard it by now. I haven't spoken to him about it yet, though. To be honest, I feel like if I talk to him, I'm going to just break down and start crying on the phone, which, I mean, I'm not afraid to, but, I can't. I just don't know. I don't know how to articulate myself. Tonight's going to be a rough night, but I had to do this. It's crazy how good a performance he gave while he was going through that. Rest in peace, Tristan. Yeah, I couldn't say that better myself. I didn't know. Apparently he was diagnosed, I guess, in 2016, and he was going through this since he was, cast as Black Panther. I mean, for the most part. Like I said, he's done other movies, and it's incredible. It's incredible. The human body is very resilient, but at the same time, we don't know it yet well enough to know how to stop something like cancer. And I hope that we figure it out for the generations to come, because it is really terrible. My wife went through it with her grandpa, and I know other people that are going through it now that are trying to get better with it and fight it, various cancers that are out there, and it's so sad. Yeah, Sayan Andrews, I'm not sure if Holden knows yet. I'm pretty sure he does. He's probably probably keeping his thoughts to himself for right now, and I'm sure he'll make a statement, or he'll say something in a video or something, or maybe during this Sunday, if we still get together and film, we'll mention it and just give him a good a good tribute or something, because it's crazy. I know for me, he was my favorite. He was my favorite member in the MCU. His standalone movie for me was amazing, and my brother called me. That's how I found out, because I had been helping my friend move today, and I was kind of staying away from Facebook, because I was so busy and stuff, and he called me and said, hey, and my brother's not that big an MCU fan, so when he first messaged me, the text read, the guy who played Black Panther died, and I read it, and I said, there's no way I read that correctly. And I read it again, and I said, there's no way. So I Googled it, and sure enough, everyone was talking about it. I froze. I was in the middle of helping my friend move, and he was like, is everything okay? I said, no, man, everything's not okay. Chadwick Boseman just died. And he froze, and we were both standing there like, is this real? Is this real? I can't believe it. Yeah, Jerry Lopez, I just read your message. It just came up. You are 100% correct. When I called my wife, we said 2020 has been probably the worst year of my lifetime. Collectively, obviously, we've gone through a lot of bad things, but 2020 has been terrible. Coronavirus aside, I mean, John Travolta's wife dying, the guy from Mythbusters, I forget his name right now, he died from a brain aneurysm. My wife's grandpa died. Now Chadwick Boseman dying. I mean, even that sentence, it's hard for me to say it. It's hard for me to bring myself to say it, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. It's so incredibly unfair for everyone, and least of us, I mean, we are fans of them, but I mean, his family. I think of his family, and yeah, we're going to remember him. And I don't want to spend the whole stream just, talking about how terrible it is, because we know that. And I did mention that I wanted to celebrate, his life and his accomplishments and everything. Oh, I forgot Kobe. That's right. See, I'm so rattled that I didn't even think of Kobe. Yeah, Kobe and his daughter dying. I mean, that affected me incredibly so as well. I can't believe it. I can't believe that this year has been so collectively just sad and so full of loss that, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how else to, rationalize it. I mean, I don't know, but I thank you guys so much. This is helping me getting it out, because I have a problem with sometimes not being able to express my feelings, accurately, and then I keep things bottled in, and then I just, I suffer for that. So this is helping me. I really appreciate you guys, hanging out and sharing your thoughts. And I'm sorry I've been doing most of the talking and I haven't been reading your comments, but I really appreciate you guys sliding by and just being together in a moment like this, because it's rough. It's rough. Yes, I saw someone say that the future of Black Panther is what's gonna happen. Did they film it already? Did they get part of it done and now they're gonna have to, we don't know. I mean, I don't know. You guys might know. I'm not sure, but I know for a fact it's gonna impact the MCU going forward. There's no doubt about it. I mean, not to sound they can't recast him. I'm just slowly skimming through the comments because I'm trying to catch them as they come up, but I don't think they can recast him. I think they're better off just passing the mantle to another king in the story and everything. But not to get too political and current events and stuff, but it's good. My wife made a good point. It's going to impact like the black community as well, because Black Panther represented, like almost like a rite of passage, since Blade. I can't remember a superhero movie that just hit fans and just had cultures just get together and not have any kind of animosity and stuff. And I'm not saying that it changed the world, but it definitely made things better. And that movie, whether you like superheroes or not, T'Challa's character was so incredibly powerful, so strong in the message and his character arc that went from, a revenge story to learning that, the wise build bridges while the foolish build barriers. I mean, there's nothing stronger than that for me in the MCU. I know he may not have written the line, but his delivery and his portrayal of the character was basically, a modern day Martin Luther King, really, if you think about it, or any kind of civil rights leader. He was fighting for the chance to be heard, and it's crazy. It's insane. Can't get over the ignorance of Knight's chat. I'm not sure, but unfortunately, hopefully it's not too bad. I'm not, I didn't see it. Oasis, I didn't see it. Chief said something about Sudi being maybe replacing him. Yeah, that'd be cool. I definitely don't think that would be a problem. She's definitely, she knows the tech as far as the lore goes and everything. I think that'd be really cool. Bird does YouTube that heroic Spider-Man music in the background as the passion. Wow. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I mean, if you guys want, I'll just leave the screen up since we don't really have to play the game. Maybe later on, as we decompress a little bit and air this out, maybe I'll play a little bit just to kind of keep everyone's spirits up. But I definitely want to thank you guys for joining me, because this is helping me out a lot. Part of me is I'm choking back tears because this is so impactful. On the way home, I just got home from helping my buddy move, and I was talking to my wife the whole way home just to kind of keep my head clear, and I kept finding myself choking up, and wiping mist off my eyes because I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that was that was what was happening, and it's crazy. Oh, thanks a lot, Holden Hardman fan, saying you're always here for me. I really appreciate it. You guys are like my extended family, so I really appreciate you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. And I hate that we're all getting together for something tragic like this, but at the same time, I love that we can rely on each other to be there for one another, and and just be together. There's a lot of bad in this world, and any kind of bridge that we can make to keep each other strong, I definitely want to contribute as much as I can for it. Joyful Spirit, I love you too, man. I really appreciate it. Oasis, we're here for you. I really appreciate it, man. You guys are awesome. You guys are definitely my family, and I wouldn't be me currently without you guys. You guys have inspired me to be a better person and want to contribute in any way, shape, or form to anyone out there. I just can't tell you guys enough how much I love you guys. But yeah, so if you guys want, start to I'm sure you guys have already, but share any of your favorite moments that involved him in the MCU, or even in other movies that he's done. I know I haven't personally seen most of his work. I've only really stuck to the MCU, but I definitely want to see. I think he did a movie called 21 Bridges or something like that. I want to see that. Yeah, I in my head, I close my eyes and I see the moment in Civil War when Bucky was running and he jumps off of the stairwell and he lands down, and the camera work of him dropping from view and then slowly rising up and like looking at him like, where you think you're going? And oh my God, from that moment I said, dude, Black Panther is going to be so awesome in this universe. And sure enough, man, like no suit, nothing. It was just Chadwick just doing his thing. And oh guys, that scene, I'm so thankful that he gave us that. I'm so thankful. Favorite Savage Gamer says his favorite moment for him was in the long line in the post-credit scene in Black Panther. Yes, when he was giving the speech about in the UN. I think he was at the UN. He was talking about, and that's when he said the quote of building bridges instead of barriers. I agree. That was a very, very great scene. It made Matt cry. It made me tear up, even though I knew it was coming. And Matt and I watched it. We all watched it when we were watching the My Friend Watches. We rewinded it like 3 times. You know, he wanted to get some bygone Jim moments going in there, and we just wanted to experience it a couple more times. It was such a good scene. Connor Stork, your favorite moment is when he returned in Endgame. Yes. God, it just gave me chills just thinking about it. Him coming out there and you know, oh God, it was such a good scene. Holden Hartman fan says, you were having a good day until he passed. It really sucked. Yeah, I know the feeling. I was having a pretty decent day myself. It's just so rough, man. It's so incredibly rough. Daniel Mossgrove says, or Mossgrove, excuse me, says, I'll cry every time I see him come through that portal. Man, yeah, I know, dude. I know. We even now thinking about it, you know, hold on before I say that. St. Andrews, I'm glad that Matt got to experience Black Panther. Yes, I definitely am glad that he got to experience it before this happened, because it would hit, you know, it would hit differently. Not that it would hit less, but he's a little bit more invested in the character, obviously, because he knows what he worked and what he did. So the moment that he learned that he passed, he knew exactly what he represented to everyone, because he was a part of it. Matt was a part of it. He was a Marvel fan, so, or he is now a Marvel fan, but you know what I mean. Gavin, he played Jackie R. Robin. Oh, that's right. I forgot. In the movie 42, right? Yeah, that's right. I forgot that was him. That's right. Tristan says, I was planning on rewatching the MCU. I'm not sure if I can do that now, honestly. I totally understand. It's going to be rough to see that. It's going to be really surreal, and it's crazy. It's crazy, you know. And for me, I don't know how many of you guys have gone and had the privilege of going to conventions and going to different places and watching and meeting your favorite celebrities, but I can tell you, I've done it several times. I was blessed enough to do it several times, and they are just people just like you and I. But the fact that they can reach us and touch us the way they do with their work and their art is it's almost superhuman. It's almost like a superhero. They really are, whether they're in a superhero movie or not. Celebrities their lives are not their own once they step into that limelight, and those that can still just swallow it down and put it all away and put themselves out there and talk to us, it's incredible. And you know, it's something that if you ever get a chance to meet your favorite celebrity and it's within your means to do so, I highly recommend to do it. As soon as this virus goes away, I really, really recommend doing it, because it'll humble you and it'll give you a different side of life, and I think you guys will really appreciate it. Savage Gamer 71 said, oh sorry, I missed it, it scrolled away. Mark McKeever, or Connor Stork says, 7C superior, or you're responding to something he said. Mark McKeever says, I've been impressed. It went away, sorry. St. Andrews, Chadwick never let the fame get to him. He stayed humble. Yes, I don't know for a fact if he kept it close to the chest that he had cancer, but I didn't know about it. And so, I mean, he fought till the end. You know, someone commented, I think, on the community post that I made, saying that, you know, he was there. Or no, it was actually my boss who texted me. He said, you know, he fought till the end. And I said, yeah, he did. JC10, the way 2020 is going, I missed part of it, but yeah, it's going terribly in my opinion. Ghost, Wakanda Forever, 100%. Savage Gamer 71, Chadwick is my favorite actor, and he will always have a special place in my heart. Oh my God, man, if I could see you, I'd give you a hug. You know, 100% agree. I think he was taken way too soon, and you know, his legacy is definitely going to live on in my household, and if I can help it, I'll never let anyone forget what he did for us in movies and being a part of the MCU. And you know, it's crazy. It's crazy. I never met him, but I feel like I did, and I pray that one day we'll all get to see him and meet him and be together again with everyone that you guys may have lost and that I've lost, and just live on. I know we have no choice, but staying strong together and getting through it. You know, that's all we can do. Connor says, Chadwick is a personal hero of mine. I will never forget him. 100%. You guys, I'm gonna let you know. I'm already. I feel it. I feel the tears coming. I'm probably gonna be crying here in the next few seconds. And you know, I'm okay with it. I just want to definitely. I feel like I should let you guys know, because many people haven't seen me cry. You know, but man. Oasis says, can we just take a time to... Oh, it went away. Yeah, you're still in shock. So am I. Game Master Guild. Oh, Game Masters Guild is that's my boss actually. He let's see. Let me get what he says before it goes away. Such a good actor. He will solely be missed. He will always be the king of T'Challa, Wakanda Forever. Dave or Val, I'm not sure which one's on. I 100% agree. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I am shocked right now that I still can't. I say the sentence that he's gone. You know, Chadwick Boseman passed away, and it doesn't ring true to me yet. Man, Matt McCarty, so shocked when you heard it. Yeah, I was stunned. I was stunned. I almost dropped my phone when I read my brother's text message. Saying Andrews the whole time he was in the MCU, he was battling cancer. I'm lost. Yes, I'm telling you, it's one of those things where yes, he died, and yes, cancer ultimately won the battle, but the fact that he didn't stop fighting means he kept fighting, and that means that he didn't lose. He didn't lose. He just left his body and went on to do other things, and you know, I'm feeling inspired now, and I think that at some point this weekend I'm gonna get some art materials and I'm gonna make a painting just dedicated to him, because he really did mean a lot to me as a character in a movie franchise. But the fact that, you know, he had all this power. He had, you know, for those of you that don't know, I did read other comics where in the comic books, you know, coincidentally, you know, ironically, I believe it was the cure for cancer that Wakanda had. It wasn't so much of the vibranium and the technology. I mean, they did have vibranium and all that, but if I'm not mistaken, it was the cure for cancer that T'Challa had in Wakanda, and I think it was the beginning of Civil War that they were trying to talk about, you know, hey, you should spread that around for the world. You have this cure, and he's like, why? Why should we divulge what we've made for everyone else they're just killing each other, you know? And in the MCU, it wasn't. It was the vibranium that they focused on, but I mean, that having a character arc like that, and then at the end of the movie, you know, having the bravery and the heart to tell your dad, your father, the king, you know, of your country, the role model of your life, listen, you're wrong. You're wrong. We were wrong to him. We wronged him. I need to make it right. I mean, guys, that is, I mean, movie or no movie, that is a story arc for the ages, you know, and it just snuck up on you. It snuck up on me because I didn't feel that strongly for it until, to be honest, until I watched it with Matt in the My Friend Watches series. That's when I said, my God, this character he's not just cool, he's freaking strong, man. He is the coolest thing that, you know, came out of left field in a sea of heroes that we've seen before or we've read about before. It was just incredible. Chief Supreme says, in comics, Black Panther even wielded the Infinity Gauntlet before. He's a great character, and Chadwick and Boseman did a great job. Yes, I agree, Chief. I didn't know that he wielded a hammer, or a gauntlet, excuse me, but I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Savage Gamer 71, I'm gonna watch Black Panther tomorrow, or tonight or tomorrow, in honor of him. 100%. I'm going to watch at least Black Panther every year, you know, to commemorate, you know, the anniversary of his passing. It's going to be a tradition I'm going to start in my household. I'm sure my wife will have no problem with that, and it's something I'm going to do every year just because he affected me that much. And the more I talk about it, the more I realize how strong the character was, and how tragic it was to lose him, but how keeping it alive and keeping his memory and his legacy and what he gave us, the gift he gave us of playing a beloved character in one of the greatest film franchises ever put to film, is the best way to honor him, really. And just keeping his memory alive, and all the wonderful lines, and as Matt says, the wonderful bygone Jim moments, and just keep things going, keep it going, you know, strong, and keep us being, you know, united in this. And the fact that, like, I'll say it all night long, you know, the wise build bridges while the foolish build barriers. There's nothing truer than that, especially now in this world. Random Andy's channel, yeah, heart you back, brother. I mean, for sure. Brian De La Paz, yeah, man, I mean, feel free. I know I tell you at any moment I'm gonna break down, so feel free, man. Ari says he was a legend. I completely agree. Tristan, I just really wish it was still on Netflix. I really want to watch it, for the great memories he left for us. Yeah, I don't know if you can get Disney Plus, but it's a lot cheaper than Netflix, so maybe you can get Disney Plus and watch it. It's like $6 a month or something like that, but that's an option for you there. Savage Gamer 71, God, I want to cry so bad right now. Let it out, let it out. I know I definitely will. If I don't do it on stream, I'm definitely going to do it at some point, because it still hasn't hit me 100%. GED Rock, or I think it's GED Rock L33, do you, or did it already have, or I didn't get the message, it went away. I'm sorry about that. St. Andrews, you're going through amazing dedication and willpower. I don't think many people could do the same. I don't think so either. I think he was perfectly cast for that role, and it was basically a relatively new role. We didn't have like another Black Panther movie to have him serve as like a retelling or a reboot. You know, you can very easily compare and contrast the various Batmans, the various Supermans, the various Spider-Mans, but you can't really do that with Black Panther. It was just Chadwick. So now we're going to hold him, not just because he passed away, but because he did it so well. We're going to hold him, we're going to hold any future Black Panther that plays T'Challa specifically to a higher standard, because Chadwick was so good. He didn't give us a whole lot. His lines weren't, you know, vast amount of dialogue like Tony Stark, for example, but he definitely, when he said something, you took it to the bank. From, you know, building bridges instead of barriers, to get this man his shield, to, you know, even Wakanda Forever. It was something very special that he brought to that character. I am Dolly, or Delight, says, in my culture, death is not the end. Oh my God, you're gonna make me cry, man. It's a stepping off point. You're right. You're right. Oh man, whew, that hit me hard. That hit me hard. Oh, guys, I really want to thank you. Thank you so much for being here. This is getting really. It's what I need. I need to get this out, and I'm glad I can be with you guys. And wow, I'm just thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I really do. Yeah, definitely. Wow. You know, there are a lot of things about this life that are great, but there are things that are really hard. And there are things that are really hard to, you know, go through, and stay the course, and be, you know, still have your head on straight, and you know, finding a community, or finding, you know, your family, your friends, to help you go through it is so important, guys. It really is. And you know, never be afraid to express yourself, and never be afraid to be who you are, because, you know, life is short. And I don't have to tell you guys that. You guys have heard it 100 times. It is. So definitely, you know, make every day count, and be as strong as Chadwick was, because he fought till the end. He really did. Again, guys, I know it's okay to let it out, but I apologize, because, man, it's so crazy. Thank you guys so much for the support and everything. You know, it's crazy. It really is. It's I know it's a part of life, and I know everyone says that, you know, that it's a part of life, and that we all die and everything, but it doesn't make it easier in the moment. You know, time heals all things. We've heard that too. But you know, you often question it. You often ask yourself, why? What could I have done to stop it? What could I have done to make it okay? You know, and sometimes the right answer is just time, unfortunately, and, you know, remembering, because you guys know I'm all about quotes. And I'm a big Bruce Lee fan. I'm a big martial arts fan. I'm a big spiritual person. So another quote I can give you guys is what the great Bruce Lee said. You know, the key to immortality is first living a life worth remembering. And I guarantee you that Chadwick Boseman is going to live on in our hearts, in my kids' hearts, when they learn what he did, when my kids get old enough to watch these movies and experience them the way I did at a much younger age, because I was already grown when these movies came out. And, you know, to be able to say, here's a comic book, read where they came from, you know, and, you know, watch the movie and everything. It's unfair, but at the same time, it's on us to keep it going, guys. It's on us. Hair's all getting all messed up. Saying Andrew says Black Panther was the perfect archetype of a king. Just like Chadwick, he cared about his people. Yeah, definitely. Just like Aragorn, you're right. Yeah, Supersonic, I can't believe we lost him either. You know, I can't believe it. It's still, you know, it's been about, what, an hour and a half since I've known, or close to it, and it still doesn't, it's not settling. It's not settling. Egg Tristan says, you're 13, you grew up watching the MCU. Chadwick Boseman was a great person, a great actor. He really was. He really, really was. Oh, man. You know, he, his, obviously, in meta news, his contract wasn't, up yet, like Chris Evans or, Scarlett Johansson, but he definitely had other movies that he was going to be a part of, and that obviously that's not the most important thing about this loss, but it definitely is something that I have faith in Disney that they're going to do it correctly. I know that being a Star Wars fan, they may have, messed up Star Wars or whatever for fans, but as a company, Disney usually has a really good message and a really good send-off, and they're definitely not going to let him just fly under the radar and not give him his dues in a tribute. And I really am looking forward to that, because it's not that it's going to provide closure, but it's definitely going to solidify and make a statement. I'm just a very small YouTuber, and Disney is a very big company, if not the biggest company, in pop culture and in the media. So the fact that when they give his send-off, it'll reach a lot more people than I could reach, or that in and of itself is going to be worth it. So I'm looking forward to that whenever they do it. Shane White says this sucks, no Black Panther 2. I'm sure they're going to figure something out. GD Rock says, you're not letting, Pastor, it's not settling for me either. I'm tearing up. It's just so hard to believe. Not knowing what he was going through makes it tough. Yeah, it definitely does, because a lot of people, in my experience, a lot of people, they don't talk about their weaknesses. They don't publicize that. They don't, say, woe is me, I have this disability, I have this problem. They just say, you know what? Yeah, I lost my legs to something, but it's not going to stop me from driving. It's not going to stop me from brushing my teeth. It's not going to stop me from living life. And those people literally are what being a human being is about. And at the end of the day, you have to remind yourself that, yes, someone out there's got it worse than you, but it doesn't mean that you don't have it bad when you have it bad. I don't want that to be a statement that people just misinterpret. Oh, my life is not as bad as so-and-so's, but that doesn't mean your life isn't bad when it's hard, and you need to process it. You can't just bury it. You need to let it out. And I'm glad that I can let it out doing this with you guys, and just talking about it, and talking about Chadwick Boseman, talking about life in general, talking about our fandoms and how we just are here to support each other. And 2020, I agree, Supersonic, has been a horrible year already, and at the very minimum, letting this out and being out with you guys and doing this is something that's helping me cope with it. And giving me hope that, you know, this life is worth it. You know, it's not worth to just sit there and sulk about it and stuff, but you do have to grieve. It's very important because it's part of life. It's part of life to grieve, and it's part of life to move on and understand that, you know, things happen and sometimes you can't do anything about it, but the things you can do something about, make sure you're doing it. Make sure that if you have something that you can control, that you do it. Be better than yesterday every day. Matt nailed it right on the head when he came up with that, because it's something that is so simple but so true. If you have the gift of tomorrow, do not waste it. Do not waste it. Do not say, well, you know what, I'll just put that off until tomorrow. I'll start eating right tomorrow. I'll start treating my friends better tomorrow. Don't do that. You have today, and that is all you have. So no matter where you are in the world, it is the same concept. If you are a human being on planet Earth, you have today. That is what you have. And you need to make sure that when, you know, your life comes to an end, that in the half a second or whatever that you have to look back on it, you make sure that you look back and you smile, and then you go into wherever it is that is after this life with a clean slate and ready for the next challenge. And that's all I can say. That is all I can say for me. And for me, that's what Wakanda Forever means. You know, yeah, it sounds corny and stuff, but that's what it means. It means that no matter what happened yesterday, you need to remember yesterday, focus on today, and be prepared for tomorrow. And if you do that, I think everything will be okay. And you'll be able to tackle whatever it is life throws at you. And don't ever be afraid to get help. Don't ever be afraid to accept help. You know, if someone holds the door open for you, it doesn't mean that you can't hold it open for yourself. It just means that that person cares about your mission and they want to help you succeed. And that is a beautiful thing. And, you know, I know I definitely would take my shirt off for a complete stranger, because I know what it feels like to need something and not know how you're going to fix it. And if I can help someone fix something, I definitely am going to. Just get back into the comments here because they're rolling pretty good. Oasis, guys, we all need a minute of silence tomorrow for Chadwick. I agree. I definitely agree. Dot says, well said to Tristan. Reason we can't remember him is how he touched us in a short life. Yes, definitely agree. Noah Cohen, it's not the end. I agree. Connor Stork says Steven Vlogs, and that's not what this is at all. I'm not sure what that's for, but I guess you're responding to him. Yeah, so I'm just looking at these comments, scroll by and trying to catch them as they do. I'm like tearing up so bad. I'm gonna wipe my face. I'm gonna use appropriate. Is he on this shirt? I'm trying to see is Black Panther on this shirt. Yeah, he sure is. He is on this shirt. I've worn this shirt before on the stream. I'm gonna use this shirt because my face is all wet. And I really apologize, because I know that's it's probably really gross, but I apologize. Cripsy saw this one, you recommended, decided to click it. I really appreciate it. Welcome. If you haven't been a part of my stream or community or anything, welcome. Definitely you'll find friends here if you're a fan of anything nerdy, or if you're just a decent human being, because I definitely can vouch for my subscribers that I've had the pleasure of talking to and reaching out to and commenting back, that they're all really good people, and welcome. Hello Jonah, how's it going? Yes, Chief. Responding to Stephen or Stefan, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. We definitely need to talk about it and get it out. Jerry Lopez, they could let the actress who played his sister be the new Black Panther. I like that idea a lot. Someone else mentioned it, and I think that's a good idea. I'm in comic books says don't give the haters attention. I definitely I can agree with that as well. Anyone that's misusing the chat, unfortunately, that's gonna happen on the internet. And if the mods can do something about it, then you have my blessing, I guess. Brandon La Paz, we're all real fans, and Pastor, it means a lot for him. Oh yeah, it definitely does. So I appreciate you vouching for me on that. How did Holden take the news? I'm not sure how he took it. I'm sure he didn't take it very well. He probably took it as badly as I'm taking it and how we're all taking it. Definitely we're gonna talk about it at some point. Somebody asked me if my day was good. Yeah, my day was great today. My day was awesome. I was with my boys, and I was thinking up of other videos that I could make. I'm actually gonna let you guys know I'm gonna make a video reading a creepypasta that I wrote. For those of you that don't know, creepypasta is a website that you can submit short stories, and they're called creepypastas essentially. And you send them in, they proofread them, they screen them for making sure that if you say there's going to be curse words in it, that there is curse words and that kind of thing. And I want to make a video where I narrate and I read my creepypasta in the video form. So if you guys wanted to listen to it, I guess would be like an audiobook thing, and I have photos that go with my story and stuff. I thought that'd be a really neat video, so I'm gonna be working on that, hopefully get that out pretty soon. That I was brainstorming with that mostly the rest of before I heard the news, and I was helping my friend move. He had a short-term lease problem, and he ended up having to move to another place, so I helped him get to his new apartment. And I'm usually the guy that my friends call to help move, because I do have a pickup truck, and I am decently a big dude who can pick up couches and stuff and not really struggle too bad. It's one of my gifts, I guess, one of my superpowers. So I'm always there for any friend who needs to move. I try to be anyway. Chief's responding to someone else. Billy Bo, yeah, it was sad. Ignore them, guys. Yep, I agree. Ignore them. Isatu, I think is how you say that. Kamara. Rest in peace. I'm literally crying. It's too soon, but it was his time. Yeah, it definitely was. If it wasn't his time, he wouldn't have went. I agree. Definitely, Brian. I try to have a good community, and you guys make it the best community. So you're definitely right. Thank you so much for saying that. Chief Supreme, Black Panther was one of Marvel's. He wasn't really powerful, but he was truly good. So my controller just disconnected. So even though, oh, that Spider-Man's not crying. I thought he was crying. I was gonna say that's kind of appropriate, but he's not crying. Mighty Potato 2, loved him in Civil War. So sad to see him go so soon. I completely agree. Completely agree. Is Holden and Matt okay? I know Holden loved this movie. Yes. Well, Matt definitely put a community post out saying, his thoughts on it, remembering him. I don't know if Holden has, but I'm sure he was busy today. I haven't heard much from Holden in the last couple days. He's been really busy, with life and stuff. So we're scheduled to get together Sunday, like we do every Sunday for months now, and film. So I'm sure we'll come up with something. Maybe on his live we'll have something similar to this, talking about Black Panther. And if he wants me to be a part of it, I'll stick around and be a part of that live, and help him go through it. I'm a little bit more emotional, I think. Nothing against Holden, but I think Holden is a little bit more of an internal person when it comes to grief, and he processes it differently. I kind of wear my heart on my sleeve. That's how I am. So, but I definitely know that he's sad about it. I can vouch for that wholeheartedly, and it just sucks. So for lack of a better phrase, it sucks. So if you guys want, I can leave this. I'm probably gonna cut the stream off right at an hour. We've been on for about 43 minutes. If you guys want, I can play a little bit of Spider-Man just to kind of wipe the tears away a little bit, or I can just leave it and we can just keep talking. Let me know either way. If you guys want to just chill and talk until for another 15 so minutes, or if you'd like for me to play. Of course, if I play, I'm not just gonna play for 15 minutes. I'll probably play for another, be on for about an hour and a half then in that case. But I definitely just wanted to do this. Nathan says keep talking. All right. I can play and talk. If there's anyone that obviously doesn't want me to play, You know, I won't. You know, but if you guys don't mind, I'll go on there and play a little bit, I guess. But I definitely want to keep talking about it. So, I'll probably just go around and stop crime. I'm not gonna do any missions. That way, I can just focus most of my attention on the chat and talking about it and stuff, and talking about whatever you guys want to talk about. But I want to say thank you guys so much. I really mean it. You guys have been great. I feel much better. I know that it still, you know, hasn't hit like I know it will eventually, but it definitely helped. And I feel the pressure in my chest. I feel it subsiding just from the anxiety of having to cope with what happened. And you guys have made it very easy or easier to you know, make it through the stream and just, you know, cope with it in general.
But it looks different.
Oh man. But yeah, you guys, I can't say it enough. You guys are the best. You guys really are the best. Hey, what's going on, Alpha? Yeah, rest in peace indeed. He'll be missed. He'll be sorely missed. And you know, it's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, I mean, it's wow. Alpha, wow. Get up, General. This is no place to die. You're gonna make. I don't think I have any more tears. I don't have any more tears to shed. But you guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. I love you guys so much for you know, just saying your pieces and remembering all the, as Matt says, all the bygone gym moments and all the great dialogue, all the great moments that he gave us in such a short time of being, you know, in that movie or in those couple of movies. It was just so amazing to be a part of it and be a fan and remember it and have all these quotes just brought back to me, you know. It's crazy. Oh, Chief, no, thank you and everyone else in the stream. It's just an idea that I had. I ran it by Ashley briefly and said, do you think it's a good idea to have a stream to just open the floor and let whoever decides to log on talk about it? And she goes, I think it's a good idea. You know, I think you can, you know, you definitely should. You know, it would be a good idea. I think, you know, people would like it. And I said, you know what, I think you're right. So I'm glad you guys, you know, are okay with it and you guys were willing to participate.
She certainly is cozy with Fisk.
Patrick says, how long ago did he die? I saw the post that he died in my heart's out. I think it was today. I know I found out about almost 2 hours ago. Yeah, 2020 is just so rough. It's been such a rough year. You know, coronavirus obviously didn't help, but I know in my personal life, you know, having to go to that funeral of my, you know, my grandfather-in-law, him passing away, that wasn't, you know, very easy to deal with, and you know, having to be there for my wife, which I'm glad I was able to be there for her. She you know, she said she couldn't have done it alone, and I told her, I said, you know, I'm glad I was there for you. So that, in addition to, you know, all these celebrities and everything, it's just crazy. It's crazy how 1 year can just have so much bad happen, you know. But we definitely need to stick together, guys. We need to stay strong and you know, do what we're doing. Talk about it, discuss it, and
it's not the right one.
You know, hopefully it'll make it easier for us to you know, go along with our lives and accept it and just know that life is bad, but there's also a lot of good in it. So Dylan says he watched Infinity War today and absolutely loved Chadwick's performance. Rip to the king up. I 100% agree. I gotta say, 100% agree. Civil War had such good moments in it as like a series in itself, as like, you know, the movie by itself. It wasn't even, it was part of a lot of, you know, a lot of stuff, you know, that was supposed to happen in the future, like setting up the next phase and everything. But on its own, it was such a good movie by itself that it introduced Spider-Man, introduced, you know, Black Panther. It did a lot with the little bit that it had, because if for those of you that know the comics, Civil War was supposed to be a really, really big deal in comic book, you know, storytelling, and they did what they could, you know, Disney with the rights that they had and the fact that they didn't have Fantastic Four and the X-Men and, you know, stuff like that. They had to go with what they had, so they did a really good job in conjunction with introducing new characters. I mean, that's crazy, sir. You know, that's really brave, I guess you would say, because the MCU wasn't going off of any kind of safety blanket. It was paving the way for, you know, DC, EU, and all these other multi-universe or multi-movie universe projects that are going to be coming out in the future. Tony Cummings asked if I saw Fortnite's new season having Wolverine. I did not. I haven't played Fortnite. I don't know much about it except for that it's really popular. But that's awesome that they included Wolverine.
Whoever these masked guys are, they're after this file. But
I saw someone saying Wakanda death is not the end. 100% agree.
Right. Okay. You hide back there. I take out the bad guys. You make a break when it's clear.
Sounds like a plan.
See, Oasis, you're talking about someone else in the chat and giving your emotions. That's what I'm saying. That's what this is all about. You guys, that is what I want my community to be about. I want it to be about a camaraderie, a brotherhood. That's why I joined the 501st, because yeah, the costumes are cool, but knowing that life is about something other than yourself is why I live it. So I'm really happy to see you guys consoling each other and acknowledging each other and being there for one another. Thank you guys so much.
Should clear these guys out before I push forward.
Wow, that's awesome, Nathan. Fun fact, he says, fun fact, my birthday is on September 7th, and this game is almost 2 years old on the same day as Spider-Man. Wow, that's awesome.
What's in it that these guys want so bad?
Notes on something called Devil's Breath. Fisk was hired to build a secret research lab for it. Not clear what Devil's Breath is, but it seemed to scare Fisk. He compares it to Pandora's box.
Not much shook Fisk. We need to get you and that file out of here. Hang tight.
Yeah, like this part of the game for sure reminds me a lot of the Arkham games, which, by the way, I'm definitely gonna get. I found out that they have all three of them in a bundle, and I definitely want to. I definitely want to see, you know, how you guys react to the streaming with the Batman games. So Spider-Man's been really popular. You know, this is the second time I played it, so I definitely, you know, I heard a bunch of you wanted to see the Arkham games, so I'm excited for that. I saw Game Masters Guild said that to see gender reveal for one of our friends. I definitely will. I'm excited for that. David Jung, my pleasure, man. Thank you so much for being a part of it. You know, with everyone else, I felt like it had to be done. We all love, you know, our fandoms, and we you know, we like to be there for one another. I hope to think that, you know, I'd like to think that. So I'm glad that you guys benefited from it. I know I certainly did. I'm eternally grateful for you guys helping me go through it, and, you know, letting my emotions out and everything, and you know, allowing me to feel comfortable doing that, you know.
Man, Fisk had a lot of stuff.
Nathan Coates, so the 501st, he's saying he thought the 501st was clone armor. Now, the 501st is the clones. They do wear white and blue. They are Anakin's, pretty much his battalion, I guess. And that is true. But the 501st Legion is an actual organization. It's a non-profit organization created, I feel like I should remember these dates, but I don't at the moment, by a group of Star Wars fanatics, and they just basically wanted to make like a fraternity about Star Wars and about being a charity organization and you know, focusing on like St. Jude's Hospital and like Make-A-Wish and stuff like that. And the 501st is what they named it. Now, the 501st in Star Wars only pertains to Anakin's you know, unit, just like Kobe Wan Kenobi. I always said Kobe Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi's unit is the Parjai Squad, the 212th, which is coincidentally my my not detachment, but my branch of the 501st is Parjai Squad. So that is hopefully that helps out your confusion and clears it up a bit. The 501st Legion is a organization, you know, in real life. The 501st in Star Wars is what Anakin's soldiers are called, or Anakin's clones, I would say. Nick Mayfield, thank you so much. I really appreciate you sticking by. Go get some rest. I love you too. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you real soon. Have a good night. So yeah, I'm gonna play for a little bit. I might play for another like 30 minutes or so, just to kind of let, you know, things decompress and let you guys, you know, air out any more of you know, your feelings and your memories of Chad and of Chadwick and everything. But I definitely want you guys to, or I definitely want to tell you, you know, express how thankful I am that you guys were here and allowed me to do this, because I didn't know what would happen. I knew I was going to do it regardless, but I didn't know if people would, you know, really not want me to out of respect, or if they would not accept it. And you guys have been amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, the Arkham games are really cool. They really are. They really are good games. Wow, that could have been really bad. I did get them to separate though, so I guess mission accomplished. Yeah, this part really reminds me of the Arkham games when Batman would just swoop down and, you know, grab one of the villains and them not know what's going on and being really quiet about it.
That's all of them.
No! Let me go!
MJ.
Oh, the Mandalorian season 2 trailer? I didn't. Oh wow, I didn't know. I'm definitely gonna keep an eye out for that.
Stop!
Iron Wolf says, "Did I hear that the rumors about Suicide Squad villain?" No, I did not. I actually have no idea. I haven't heard anything about it.
Not cool with the hostage taking, guys. Whoa! What is up with that glowy stuff on your hands? Are you guys ghosts? Never fought a ghost before. I mean, I've fought specters, but, you know, technically specters aren't ghosts. All ghosts are specters, but not all specters are ghosts. You know what I mean? Seems like this is an energy thing, not a ghost thing. All good. Fight a ghost stays on the old bucket list.
I really like the masks that these guys have on. Okay.
Was it a workout?
So that was pretty cool. Mighty Potato 2 says, I hear Chadwick's voice when I read the comics. He's gone too soon. My God, yeah. I haven't really read any Black Panther comics in a long time. Definitely not since the MCU, and you know, we've gotten an actual portrayal of Black Panther in the movies and stuff. But I was talking to a friend of mine, and I was also talking to my brother, and he wants to start collecting comic books again, and so do I. I'm currently saving up to buy Ultimate Fallout number 4, first appearance of Miles. I really want to get a copy of that. That's a comic I've been saving my money for because it's pretty expensive right now, but I definitely want to get a copy of that. Stephen Baker says, hi, Pastor. How have you all been doing? I love you, my amazing friend. Stephen, thank you so much. If you're referring to me, I love you too. Thank you so much for being here. And I hope you have enjoyed the stream so far, and I hope you've found it helpful if you were here long enough to talk about Chadwick Boseman and everything and the tragedy that happened today. So now that we're out of the main mission, I'm just going to go around and just solve crime for another 20 minutes or so, and then probably call the stream, just because I'm sure I have things to do tomorrow, especially since I'm going to be filming on Sunday. And I told my wife it would be a short stream, or a shorter stream, but I definitely want to thank you guys again. I really needed this, and I feel so much better. I feel more focused. I don't feel so constricted and very just lost.
So
the fog has cleared a little bit, and you guys are 100% responsible for that.
Well,
And it means a lot to me. I owe you guys one, and anything that you guys need as far as like a shout out or anything like that in another upcoming stream, you guys got it, because you guys have been there for me. And I want to reiterate, I don't want to sound delusional. I didn't meet the man, but he was very impactful in my life, and it meant a lot to me what he did and what he gave us. And the fact that he's gone,
Did you get that promotion?
I'll be damned if I'm not gonna give him his moment, of tribute. So thank you guys so much for it. I'm eternally grateful.
Sure, but
allowing me to be completely transparent and open up, and you guys made me cry. So not that that's hard to do. I'm a pretty soft guy when it comes to my feelings, but
I've never heard you talk like that before.
you guys are great.
change in 6 months.
Why did you ask me here, Pete?
Just dinner between friends.
Nathan, I definitely have to finish watching the Clone Wars. I am behind. I had a lot of stuff going on, and I definitely need to catch up and watch
There's a lot
it.
of baggage here.
Yeah, sure, but
ProGamer73, I really
It's not so
hope
bad.
next year is better.
baggage can
This year hasn't
carry
really
good
gone that
things too,
well.
like,
I'm glad that we have the
money and,
community.
keys.
Thank you, Pastor. Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you all.
Do you remember why we
Pastors, clergy, snapper keepers,
This is a trick question,
whatever.
isn't
I like pastors, clergy, because I think it's a little bit more,
Safe by Siren.
funny play on words kind of thing. But snapper keepers is awesome as well. But whatever you want to call yourselves, you guys, I wouldn't be, in it if it wasn't for you. You guys are everything to me when it comes to, not my family. Oh wait a minute, I can't talk through this.
Together again.
Look at this.
You always were my favorites.
That was awesome. But yeah, you guys are everything, man. My wife and my kids, and then you guys, as far as the people in my life, my friends, Matt, Holden, and all that. They're obviously closer family, but you guys are definitely my extended family. That's right. I saw someone say another legend. That's right.
Hey, it's me. What's with the units heading down 3rd?
Looks like our old friend Herman Schultz is at it again.
They did such a good job paying tribute to Stan
Didn't he just
Lee
get paroled?
in this game.
Yeah, well, guess it didn't take.
Patrick,
No
love you
worries.
too.
Herman's just a big
Definitely
cunt.
get some rest. Thank you so much for hanging out, and sharing your thoughts and everything. You're awesome. Thank you so much. I'll see you real soon for another stream, and we're gonna hopefully make some
Now
content
I'm
for you
gonna
guys
go
this
beat up a
weekend.
maniac who uses shockwaves to rob people. What a perfectly
I
normal
found you
life
through
have, Peter
Stephen Baker
Parker.
says I found you through Holden's channel. every one of you all freaking amazing, incredible. Thank you so much. And I think I could speak for all of us by saying thank you. And we try to be transparent. We try to be the same with you guys as we are with each other. So Savage Gamer 71, have a good night. See you in the next stream. Wakanda Forever. Wakanda Forever, brother. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a good night. Love you, bro. Iron Wolf says Chadwick meant a lot to the children. Fans of Black Panther. Seen many vids reactions to that film. Yes. I definitely have spoken to a lot of people that weren't MCU fans. They did know about Marvel. They didn't really, they're not big comic book fans, but they knew that Black Panther was a very monumental film as far as the black community goes, and integrating it with nerd culture and stuff like that.
Take care.
And they did love it. They loved it a lot. They loved it as much as we did. So.
Nice weather, huh?
Officers respond. Witness report of an active drug deal. Available officers report to the theater district.
Alright, so there's something going on in the roof up here. I think it's the roof. Yep. Let's try and sneak up on these guys.
These guys aren't trading baseball cards. Gotta be honest, not a fan of Big Pharma, especially back alley Big Pharma.
Well, now that we've achieved all of the requirements for a perfect score in this encounter, let's get to kicking some butt. And bam, attached to the building. I love how that happens. It's so cool.
Nothing puts a pep in my step like
Curtis May. Oh, hold on. Stephen Baker says, "Have you all?" Oh, it went away. I apologize. Curtis May says, "My friend plays D&D for the first time, making any progress. D&D is quite the time commitment. Definitely, I want to make that video. We're not sure if it's going to be on Matt's channel because he does have a segment called "I Try Blank" for the first time. So we might do like a." He might want to do like an extra thoughts video or a behind the scenes on his channel and then have the main video on my channel. Either way, we definitely want to do that. I think he's up for it. And I do have some easy modules that I think can ease him into the world of D&D and not make him feel so overwhelmed. So that is something that will happen. I just unfortunately don't know the definitive date as of right now. But I can promise you that it will happen unless Matt just flat out says I don't want to do it, which I don't think he will. So another assault in progress in the other direction.
There he is! I told you, it's Spider-Man!
It is me. It's Spider-Man.
What's his problem? Should you be swinging or something?
So let's just walk around the block, see if we can find what we can find. Apparently, it's not here. It's on the roof. I think. Vivid Cinema. Hey, how's it going?
Is this the mosh pit? Great! I realize the irony in me saying this. I hope you've learned not to hit people.
I guess I'll just do... I'll stop like 2 or 3 more crimes and then we'll call it for the stream. Again, thank you guys. You guys have been consistently... I saw the numbers on the stream. You know, we had like an average of like 60 people the entire stream. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I know that as I said, it was like an impromptu thing. Just I felt like I had to do something in honor of Chadwick Boseman, and you guys are, you know, so important to me as, you know, a content creator, obviously, and just as a fan, to just have an extended universe of people that I can just bounce my ideas off of and have your voice be heard and give you guys, you know, your moment, definitely, to give back, and I'm just so grateful.
Ever hear a knocking?
So I'm going to I've got attack enemies from behind, you say. Might not be able to do that. Oh, maybe if I just go between their legs. Oh wow, you got a hit on me. Really hard to see. Let's get in the sun, in the sunlight, in the moonlight here, if you guys don't mind.
Peter, good news. I think I smoothed things over with the grant committee. If Lance Corporal Texas
There we go, that worked.
goes well, we should be okay.
That's fantastic, Doc. We're back on track.
Provisionally, as long as our little incident escaped the mayor's attention. You'll be at the fitting tomorrow?
Definitely. It'll go great. We're gonna change the world, Doc.
I'll settle for not starting any more fires. See you tomorrow, Peter. Here's to a successful day.
Alright, cool. Did that one. Guess we'll do one more or two more. And we'll call it for this evening, everyone. As I said, we plan on filming Sunday. Oh, that seems like something down there. We plan on filming Sunday. I know we have a couple movies we want to do. I know I have a couple movies I would like to film for Holden on my channel, and since Matt and Jenna will be out of town, I think we'll be able to get a lot of content done. But hopefully we can do some sort of or if he wants to, I should say, we'll do a tribute on Holden's channel, and he can share his thoughts for you guys. Those of you that, you know, came from Holden's channel and stuff, I'm sure he'd want to do something, especially if you guys would like to talk about it. That could be a topic for his live, I'm sure. But make Holden watch AVP. I don't think he's seen AVP. I know he saw all of Aliens because he and I watched it when we lived together a while ago, but not too long ago. I don't think we watched AVP. If we did, I'll put it on the list for like my friend revisits or something like that, or maybe save it for Matt. But I definitely want to do. Hopefully, if he hasn't seen Baby's Day Out, I'd like to do Baby's Day Out. I think that'd be a really fun movie. It's a really funny movie, and to get his reactions for that. But we do have a couple other movies that we want to do. He hasn't seen the first Bourne movies, or I don't think he's seen any of them. He hasn't seen the first Fast and Furious or the second one, which are two of the ones I really enjoyed, especially the first one. The first one was so good. But we have a couple movies that we would like to do together, and I'm gonna keep them a little hush hush just because I want you guys to. I want to build the suspension and or build the anticipation and have you guys really anticipate watching it and stuff. Baby's Day Out is definitely a classic. I 100% agree. I guess I'll go ahead and just solve this last crime and then call the stream since I just stumbled on it. Tokyo Drift is a lot of fun, definitely. So it has a really good soundtrack.
Support your local businesses by not robbing them, please.
I love that this camera angle of it being like almost like a film, what is it, like a bystander's perspective, like on a cell phone, that the camera doesn't go into the store. That's really cool. But anyway, guys, that's gonna do it. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and, you know, giving me your thoughts and allowing me to vent and you know, share and stuff. the tragedy that happened with Chadwick Boseman passing away. But you guys are awesome. You guys made it really easy to be transparent and, wear my heart on my sleeve like I tend to do. And, I'm really grateful. Thank you guys so much. I feel a lot better. I'm going to go get something light to eat, relax with my wife and the boys, unwind, go to bed, and hopefully wake up feeling better tomorrow overall and get back to making content for you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. And I will see you very soon on another live, and I hope to make a lot of content for you guys this weekend and be really productive in that front. Good night. Peace out. And remember, the wise build bridges where the foolish build barriers. You guys take it easy.